This program is brought to you by the Asia Caribbean Open Institute. Get an international business diploma for less than 5,000 pesos. Visit www.asiacaribbean.institute for more information. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Happy Saturday. Saturday! Uy, pasensya na po. Happy weekend po sa inyo lahat. Of course, I'm your host, Matt Montoya Ingson. This is, of course, Matt Montoya Live on a special episode of this program. Bago ang lahat, I'd like to say sorry sa mga nag-antay po sa ating program last Tuesday and Thursday. Alam ko, Sabado ngayon at hindi kayo sanay sa ating episode dahil Sabado ngayon. But anyway, I would like to take a special shout out to all our viewers out there. I know iba ngayon ang ating program. It should be a short program. Alam nyo, hingi ako na paumanhin sa inyong lahat kasi syempre nung nakaraang Sabado at Huwebes, meron po tayo, sobrang busy tayo. But of course, we will continue. Ang ayuda po ni Matt Montoy, ibibigay po ngayong araw. Magbimili po tayo ng dalawa na mabibigyan ng ayuda ngayong araw. And of course, sa mga nagbibigay po ng shout out dyan, babasahin ko sa inyo yun mamaya. First, let's start the program. This is Matt Montoya Live. Alright, good evening. Shout out muna tayo bago tayo mag-start natin program. Good evening kay King Jasper Caballero. Hello, and how are you? Kay PR Early, magandang gabi sa'yo. Kay Kreng B. Torres, good evening sa'yo. Melody Mendez Guyonan. Uy, good evening din sa'yo. Uy, good evening. First time ko narinig yung pangalan mo, Melody. Kay Mary Christine Cusikol, good evening din sa'yo, Mary Christine. Saan ka nanonood? Anong parte ng Pilipinas? Good evening sa'yo. King Jasper Caballero, magandang gabi. Shout out sa San Pablo, Laguna. Kay Rose Ann Membrere Gulen. Hello. Good evening sa'yo. Mary Ann Beda Baula. Magandang gabi sa'yo and welcome to our program. Abby Tiranya. Sa lahat po ng taga Binangon ng Rizal, magandang gabi. Maraming salamat at nanonood kayo sa ating ngayon. Catherine Guaza Alarcio. Hello and good evening. Sino pa na nandito nanonood sa atin? Kay Mark Lingdon Hakdok, magandang gabi. Mary Ann Baula. Yes. Catherine, kamusta? How are you? Kamusta ang inyong linggo? Sino pa ba nanonood sa atin ngayon? Si Isay, alam ko nag-comment sa aking Facebook ng isang araw. Magandang gabi sa iyo, Isay. Catherine, yes. Jonathan Tiranya, magandang gabi sa iyo, Jonathan. All right. Of course, I know very well, pasensya na ha. Again, I mentioned the other day na mention ng ating admin na hindi tayo makakapag-program. So maraming salamat po sa pagkakaintindi dahil nagkaroon po tayo ng iba't ibang trabaho this week. This past week, we had a meeting ng Consular Corps of the Philippines kung saan po ay members ng consuls dito sa Pilipinas, honorary consuls and career consuls. At ayun na nga, ang imbitado po ay ang ambassador of France to the Philippines. Andun din po ang ambassador of Chile to the Philippines. At yun po tayo medyo naging busy ng mga nakaraang araw. Good evening sa'yo, Catherine Alarso. Kamusta na? Kamusta? Okay naman ako. Maraming salamat for asking. Wala po tayong topic ngayong gabi because I would like to rather show a video. I'm sure lahat po kayo ay pamilyar sa nangyayaring gulo dyan sa Eastern Europe na kung saan po ang Ukraine ay in-invade po ng Russia. So I'll be showing a video in a while as to why this is happening. And of course, after that, diretso po tayo sa ayuda ni Matt Montoya. Good evening sa Jonathan Tiranya, Ezurand Ganawil, tama ba? Ezurand Ganawil, magandang gabi sa'yo, Ezurand. Kay Jai Montefalcon Bigkas, magandang gabi. Shout out kay Pio Duran. Shout out dyan sa Pio Duran Albay. Magandang gabi sa'yo, Shai Montefalcon Bigkas. At sa lahat po ng taga-Albay. Magandang gabi sa inyo. Okay, mahigit 100 na po yung messages. Mamaya po babasahin natin yan. But for now, I would like to start the program with a statement about the ongoing war in Ukraine. Alright? I hope itong maliit na aking explanation ay makatulong po sa inyo maintindihan kung ano ang nangyayari dyan sa Ukraine. Magandang gabi sa Hedimi Arellano Soriano. Maraming salamat for watching. Kay Lerma Kabunok or Kabunok Lerma Kabunok, magandang gabi. Kay Kat Manalo, magandang gabi. Sino pa nanonood sa atin ngayon? Medyo marami na po, no? May higit 100 na. I will try to read all of them. Of course, before I start the program officially with this video, I'd like to thank our channel partners. Of course, the Lifestyle and Other Social Trends channel, Lost channel, ating mother channel. Maraming salamat sa Cebiano fan page, sa Sweet Message Vibes group, sa Ride and Drive Philippines, Stoplight TV, Mobile Phone Good Vibes, at lahat po ng channel partners natin na kung saan po maabot tayo na mahigit 1 milyong followers sa Facebook, social media. Maraming salamat. Good evening sa'yo, RC Irish, and happy birthday. Uy, happy birthday pala sa'yo, RC Irish. Maraming salamat. And I hope you have a good birthday tonight. All right. Like I said, I hope I will be able to show this short video to you explaining in, kumbaga, layman's terms kung ano po ang nangyayari dyan sa Ukraine. Panoorin niyo po itong video at pagkatapos po nito, I will try to say a short statement at sana po may pagdasal po natin ang lahat po ng Ukrainians dyan sa bansa na yan. So panoorin po natin itong video na ito.
Hey, it's Dan Zimmerman. Welcome to Illustrate to Educate. Don't forget to subscribe for simple, objective videos on topics that matter.
Ayan, maraming salamat kay Dan Zimmerman.
There have been a lot of recent events surrounding the Russia-Ukraine conflict. In this video, I'll address some of the most important recent events to help you stay informed. So what happened recently? On Monday, February 22nd, Russian President Vladimir Putin ordered troops into separatist pro-Moscow regions of eastern Ukraine in what Russia has called a peacekeeping mission. This happened soon after Putin signed decrees recognizing the independence of Moscow-backed regions. The decrees conveyed Moscow's official recognition over 2 breakaway territories in the Donbas region of eastern Ukraine, the Donetsk People's Republic and the Luhansk People's Republic. The decrees recognized them as independent states and guaranteed their security with Russian troops. To further understand why this is a big deal, we need to look at the history of Ukraine's separatist regions. When Ukraine's Moscow-friendly president Viktor Yanukovych was driven from office by mass protests in February 2014, Russia responded by annexing Ukraine's Crimean Peninsula. Afterwards, an insurgency took place in eastern Ukraine's region known as Donbas. In April 2014, Russia-backed rebels seized government buildings in Donetsk and Luhansk regions, proclaimed the creation of People's Republics, and battled Ukrainian troops and volunteer battalions. In the months that followed, the separatist regions held a popular vote to declare independence and make a bid to become part of Russia. Ukraine and the West accused Russia of backing the insurgency and the rebels with troops and weapons. Russia has denied this accusation, saying any Russians who fought there were volunteers. There were several battles between Ukrainian troops and rebels that took place in 2014. In August 2014, a peace agreement was signed in Minsk, Belarus, between Ukrainian government, the rebels, and the Organization for Security and Cooperation in Europe, the OSCE, that included a ceasefire, a pullback of all foreign fighters, an exchange of prisoners and hostages, an amnesty for rebels, and a promise that separatist regions could have a degree of self-rule. However, that deal quickly collapsed, and large-scale fighting resumed. leading to another major defeat of Ukrainian forces at Debaltseve in January to February of 2015.
So, alam nyo,
A
matagal na
similar
nangyayari
peace agreement was created
away na to,
again,
Hindi lang
signed
bago.
in Minsk, but this time backed by leaders of Russia, Ukraine, France, and Germany. This agreement did help to stop large-scale battles, but essentially gave rebels political control of the regions, which has caused tension in the area for the past 8 years. The main response to Russia's actions at this point are sanctions from several countries. If you're not familiar with what a sanction is, a sanction is a penalty imposed by one country against another, often in order to stop it from acting aggressively or breaking international law. Sanctions are often designed to hurt a country's economy or the finances of individual citizens, such as leading politicians. They are among the toughest measures nations can use short of going to war. Currently, there are several countries that have already imposed sanctions on Russia. The UK has announced a series of sanctions against Russia, including the freezing of assets of 5 banks, along with 3 Russian billionaires. The European Union is sanctioning 27 Russian individuals and organizations, including banks, which include cutting off the ability to access funds from EU banks and banning trade between EU and the 2 rebel-held regions. The United States has sanctioned 5 key Russian elites and added restrictions on U.S. deals involving Russia's national debt. The White House is prepared to impose wider sanctions should Russia further invade Ukraine. And Germany has halted certification of the Nord Stream 2 gas pipeline, which is a 750-mile pipeline that connects Russia to Germany and could deliver 55 billion cubic meters of gas per year, worth about $15 billion to the Russia state-owned company Gazprom. The list goes on, as there are many more countries still announcing sanctions. So what's the plan moving forward? It seems that the main objective is to use diplomacy to de-escalate the situation in Ukraine. White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki said the door to diplomacy still remains open with Russia. In addition, the Ukrainian Foreign Minister Dmytro Kuleba said his nation has 2 plans. Plan A is to utilize every tool of diplomacy to deter Russia and prevent further escalation, and if that fails, he says that his country will, quote, fight for every inch of our land, in every city and every village, to fight until we win, of course. Did you find this video helpful about the Ukraine-Russia conflict? Please like this video and subscribe.
Maraming salamat kay Dan Zimmerman for making that video possible. Ayan, a small interpretation or explanation of how the ongoing war in Ukraine is happening. At sabi nga nitong si Melody Goyona, let's pray for them. Yes, that's all we can do at mula dito sa atin sa Pilipinas. We're halfway across the world. Sabi ni Leah Chris, let's pray for them. At hello sa iyo, Jovelyn Pastores. Magandang gabi. How are you doing? Sabi ni Melody Goyona, yan let's pray for them. Ayan. At alam mo yun na nga lang siguro magagawa natin para sa Ukraine. But here is what is really going on siguro kung paano tayo naapektuhan dito sa bansa natin. Right now, kung napapansin nyo, kayo dyan sa may mga motorsiklo, may mga sasakyan, or may kamag-anak kayong may mga sasakyan, mapapansin nyo po na sinasabi na nila na tumataas ang presyo ng gasolina. That is the first effect of the ongoing crisis in Eastern Europe and the ongoing war in Ukraine. And we are affected, no? Directly affected po tayo dyan. Ang mga pangunahing bilihin po ay maaring tumaas. Alright? Ngayon, ang ginagawa po ng Organization of Petroleum Producers, yung OPEC, no? Sinabi nila yung mga reserve nila ng gasolina or stockpile ng gasolina ilabas muna. Pero may hangganan po yan. Ibig sabihin, may pagkukulang po ang mga reserba ng gasolina. So, ang ultimate po na goal, or I should say issue dito, ay tungkol po sa power and energy. Itong balance ng power dyan sa Russia ay ayaw magpatalo ni President Putin. At kaya po in-invade na yung Ukraine. And yan din po ang ginagawa ng ibang bansa ay kinokontrol naman nila ang Russia at ayaw pong mag-control itong Russia. So we here in the Philippines are affected by what's going on halfway across the globe. I hope all that we can do is to pray for them. That's all we can do. Yan lang po ang magagawa natin para sa bansang Ukraine at lahat po ng Ukrainians. Hopefully, maging matapos na ito, no? Sa lalong madaling panahon. Tiranya, good evening sa iyo. Mark Anthony Narvaez Gatbonton. Magandang gabi sa iyo, Leah Chris. Sabi ni Leah Chris, pag tumaas ang gas, tumataas din ang bilihin. Tama ka dyan, Leah Chris. Kaya Kahit man ayaw natin maging parte ng gulo na to na kung saan nangyayari. Wala naman tayo. Layo-layo natin sa atin. But unfortunately, we are affected here in the Philippines, whether we like it or not. Alright? Jovelyn Paz Torres, magandang gabi sa'yo. Mark Lindon Hakdo. Ha? Kamusta ka? Okay. So, wala po akong gusto sabihin na statement because of course, if you notice, ako po ay isang commercial diplomat and I can only ask for your prayers for the people that are fighting both sides, no? From Russia or sa Ukraine. Dahil po may mga nasawi na ang buhay. And if you ask me, this is all senseless fighting. I hope, tama po dun sa video, magkaroon po ng mag-iral po ang diplomasya at lahat po ay maging matiwasay at maging maayos at that peace, give peace a chance, sabi nga nila, no? Tama ka dyan, Abi Tiranya, sana nga matapos na ang gulo sa kanila. That's all we can do. We can only pray for them because whatever is happening there is also affecting us here in the Philippines. All right? So, let's just pray for them. Sabi nga nila, Chris, yes sir, tama po. Pray na tayo para sa kanila, sa mga kababayan natin nandoon. Thankfully, ang ating embassy sa Poland ang naglilikas ng mga OFW natin dyan sa Kiev, which is the capital of Ukraine. Alright? And ayon nga po sa Department of Foreign Affairs, hopefully, maibalik na po lahat ng mga kababayan natin Pilipino dyan at mailikas papuntang Poland. Alright, so yan po ang ating short topic for tonight. Magkakaroon po tayo ng full episode on the ongoing crisis in Ukraine this coming week, either Tuesday or Thursday. Mula po starting March, no? Mula po ngayong March, siguro po ay baka maging once a week na lang po ang aking programa dahil medyo nagiging busy na po tayo. So I will inform the admins ng Lost Channel kung kailan po tayo magpo-programa. But for now, I hope you are able to understand na medyo nagiging busy na po tayo. And hopefully po, magtutuloy-tuloy pa rin ang ating programa. But ang ayuda po ni Matt Montoya, hindi po titigil yan. Maraming salamat po sa nagbibigay po sa atin ng continued donation to make that happen. So I'm very thankful sa nagbibigay. Maraming salamat po ma'am sa inyong continued donation. So tuloy-tuloy pa rin po ang ayuda ni Matt Montoya. Okay? At huwag po kayo mawawala ng pag-asa dahil lagi po tayong tutuloyan. Kahit po ang mangyari, I will still continue my program and of course the persons that who are giving donations so that you will receive those ayuda, ay tuloy-tuloy po nilang ibibigay yan sa inyo. Okay? So, without further ado, let's get on to our commercial break and babalik po natin, ayuda na po ni Matt Montoya. This program is brought to you by the Asia Caribbean Open Institute. Get an international business diploma for less than 5,000 pesos. Visit www.asiacaribbean.institute for more information. Commercial break muna tayo. Ito na ang ating ayuda program. Alright, welcome back. Ayuda program na po tayo, ha? At kagaya po ng usual episode po natin, ang ating ayuda program ay napili na po ng ating admin. Alright? So, wag na po tayo dyan mag-flood ng ating comment section dahil napili na po yan. Okay? Pero ibig sabihin, you can always continue because as long as I'm able to do my program, tuloy-tuloy po ang ayuda ni Matt Montoya. Okay? Alright, so tawag muna tayo. Again, hopefully, kayo ay nakikinig at nanonood sa ating programa ngayong gabi or else sayang naman na pagtawag inyo. Ayan, nag-ring. Okay. Hopefully sumagot siya at hindi siya busy, hindi siya naghahapunan. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Hello. Hello po.
Hello po.
Pwede kay, sino ba to? Si Ray Ann Gansha. Tama ba? Hindi ka naman si Ray.
Hello?
Hello? Hello? Hello,
Sir.
Nagbibulungan pa kayo dyan. Narinig ko naman nagbibulungan pa kayo. Ray Ann! Ikaw ba si Ray Ann?
Oo, sir.
Bakit naging Ray Ann? Ano ba talaga? Ray o Ann?
Ray Ann, sir.
Ray Ann. Sino ba yung nagbubulong sa'yo, yung asawa mo? Ha? Kilala mo ba ako? Tumatawag sa'yo. Ako, patay na.
Oo, sir.
Ay, kilala niya ako. Okay. Ray Ann. Ano ba? Ray na lang. Ano ba? Ray o Ann? Ano ba pangalan mo? Ray.
Ray na lang.
Ray. Ray, isang parte ng Pilipinas ka namin tinatawagan.
Ilocos Norte.
Saan?
Sa Paway.
Saan?
Ilocos Norte.
Ilocos Norte. Alay, kalayo naman yan. Kamusta naman dyan sa Ilocos Norte, Ray?
Okay lang naman, sir.
Okay lang. Anong trabaho ni Ray?
Farmer.
Farmer, ikaw yung magsasaka? Aba. Ay, palakpakan natin yan, Ray. Alam mo, napakagandang trabaho niyan. Kung wala kayo, wala kami. Tandaan mo yan, ha?
Oo, sir.
Okay, Ray. May asawa, anak?
Meron.
Ilan ang asawa? Hindi. Ilan ang anak?
Dalawa, sir.
Dalawang anak. Yung sumagot ba ng telepono, yun yung asawa mo? Ano pangalan ng asawa mo?
Nelly Rose, sir.
Si Nelly Rose. Okay, kamusta naman si Nelly Rose? Okay naman?
Oo, sir.
Ay, very good. Pareho ba kayong bakunado ng asawa mo?
Oo, sir.
Ay, good job yan. Good job. O, sige, Ray. Ito bang number na din tinawag ko sa'yo? Ito ba yung GCash number mo?
Oo, sir.
Okay. Very good. Sige, after na program, papadala sa'yo ng admin yung GCash dyan, ha?
Oo, sir. Salamat. Thank you.
Okay, sige. Mahiyain si Ray kasi gabi na. Nakapaghapunan ka na ba, Ray?
Tapos na, sir.
Anong hinapunan ninyo?
Ano, sir? Pakbet.
Pakbet? Ba, sarap naman. Sana all. Sana all may pakbet sa hapunan. Anyway, smile lang tayo lagi, Ray, ha? Huwag tayo malungkot at importante, gagabayan ka ng Diyos. Okay?
Oo, sir. Thank you.
Alright. Sige, pagkatapos ng program, papadala sa'yo ng admin ng ayuda ni Matt Montoya, ha?
Oo, sir.
Okay, sige.
Salamat,
God
sir.
bless sa
Thank
inyo
you.
lahat dyan, ha?
Oo, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Ayan si Ray Ann tama ba? Ray Ann? Ano nga bakit naging Ray? Ray Ann Agassia ng Ilocos Norte. Naku, hindi ko naintindihan kung anong parte ng Ilocos Norte. Pero ayan, taga Ilocos Norte yan si Ray. Okay? So, tatawagan natin. Makakuha ng ayuda ngayong gabi ay hopefully ay sumagot ng tawag. Kung hindi, sayang naman. At napili kayo ng ating admin para makakuha ng ayuda ni Matt Montoya ngayong gabi. At hopefully kayo po ay nanonood at nanonood sa ating program tonight. Ayan, nagiring na. Sana sumagot. Hopefully, gising pa. Hello. Good evening. Good evening. Pwede
Hello.
Kay Soraini sa Kandal.
Opo.
Soraini, ikaw ba yan?
Po.
Ikaw, Soraini, saang parte ng Pilipinas ka namin tinatawagan?
Cotabato City.
Cotabato City! Aba, napakalayo. Kamusta dyan sa Cotabato City, Soraini?
Maulan po.
Maulan. Ay, okay lang. Importante may ulan. Wag lang sobra kasi baha na yon.
Opo.
Okay, si Soraini ba may asawa? May anak?
Meron po.
Merong asawa at saka anak o asawa lang, walang anak o anak na walang asawa? Pwede rin yon.
Whitfield po. Meron po.
Okay. Anong trabaho ni Mister?
Namamasada po. Tricycle drive.
Oh, very good job yan. Alam mo, basta importante, tuloy-tuloy lang, may trabaho lang, di ba?
Opo.
Si Soraini, may trabaho ba?
Housewife lang po, sir.
Okay. May anak kayo ni Mister?
Opo, dalawa po. Bagong panganak po.
Bagong panganak ka? Aba,
Opo.
good job! Yung unang anak mo, ilang taon na?
3 years old po.
3 years old. Pareho ba kayong bakunado na ni mister?
Opo.
Okay, very good, Sir Rainy. At importante ay maprotektahan nyo, lalo na bagong panganak ka. Naku, congratulations. Babae o lalaki?
Babae po silang lahat.
Ay, very good. Blessing yan, ha?
Opo.
Okay, so sige. So, Rainy, itong number na tinawagan ko sa'yo, ito ang GCash number mo.
Hindi po sir, yung sa asawa ko po yung Gcash number ko.
Sige lang. Okay, importante yung sa pangalan ninyo pareho, okay? At
Opo.
kasi pinagbabawal na natin yung hindi verified GCash account. Pero sa asawa mo naman, anong pangalan ng asawa mo para alam na ng admin?
Ay, sir, sa akin din po yung Gcash, pero yung number po sa asawa ko, kapangalan ko rin po yung sa Gcash.
Yung walang problema yun. Basta nasa pangalan mo yan. Yung importante. Yan. Basta verified ang Gcash account, ha?
Opo.
Alright. Sige, very good. So after ng program, papadala ng ating admin sa inyo, okay?
Opo.
Okay, mag-ingat kayo dyan, ha?
Okay po.
Okay, mag-ingat kayo. Good evening and enjoy your weekend, ha?
Opo.
Okay. Ayan, si Soraini sa Kandal ng Cotabato City. Yan po ang mga nakakuha ng ayuda ni Matt Montoya ngayong gabi. Huwag po kayo mawawala ng pag-asa at tuloy-tuloy po ang ating volunteer assistance program here sa ating program Matt Montoya Live. No matter what of my schedule, I will try to do my best and make sure na makapagprograma tayo at least once a week po. Alright? Kahit po tayo medyo busy. At simula po ngayong Marso, siguro po gagawin po natin once a week ating programa until further notice. But don't worry, kung kaya ko po gawing Tuesday or Thursday, aabisuhan naman po tayo ng ating admin. Sasabihin ko po sa admin natin kung makakagawa pa rin po ako ng program twice a week. Okay? So that's it for our episode tonight. It is the 26th of February. This is a special episode of Matt Montoya Live. I will try to come back on Tuesday. March na. Grabe! Bilis-bilis naman. Ang bilis po. But again, before we end our program, I hope we continue to pray kung ano man po ang religion ninyo. Tayo po ay ipagdasal po natin ang ating mga kababayan dyan sa Ukraine. At the same time, the people of Ukraine and also Russia. Both countries, no, whether kung ano man ang inyong ng ayunan, whether it's Russia or Ukraine, pagdasal po natin sila kung ano man po ang inyong religion. Kasi marami pong napipinsala sa mga nangyayari dyan sa Eastern Europe. At tayo po, na kung saan po ay nasa ibang parte na ng mundo, ay naaapektuhan pa rin dyan sa crisis na yan. So at that note, thank you so much for standing by in our program tonight. I will be back next week. Thank you so much. I hope you can continue to get your vaccinations. Kung kayo po ay walang bakuna pa din, pumila na po kayo. Diyos ko, dapat sa inyo ay sinasampal. Wala pa rin kayong vaccine. Kung kayo po ay nag-aantay ng booster shot, please, pumila na po kayo. Alright? So that's it for our program tonight. I'm your host, Matt Montoya Ingson. Have a great weekend. Happy People Power Day kahapon. And please, take care. God bless the Philippines. This program is brought to you by the Asia Caribbean Open Institute. Get an international business diploma for less than 5,000 pesos. Visit www.asiacaribbean.institute for more information.